We're done being the Sakura to our Sasuke's. We're not gonna chase after something knowing damn well they don't want us. I can change him. Why can't he change for you? You should never have the mentality of, if I was good enough, they would have never done that to me. Don't think that. Your girl's on vacation. But you know the idea of escapism, it's like when you go somewhere but your feelings follow you. So me, I'm trying to run away from my feelings, but I brought them with me, right? So I'm really heavy on the idea that we determine our self-worth. We really determine our self-worth. But as I'm saying these words, I am not feeling it. I am not feeling it. My inner child is not feeling it, right? And that's where that contrast is. That's where the little issues become, you know, when you're like your healed self versus your inner child, your shadow work side, your unhealed self try to clash. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. So I don't know if y'all needed to hear this. Like, you know how many self-worth videos I have. I have so many. I think I even made a video just recently about this kind of topic. We're here to remind ourselves, remind ourselves that whatever others do, others' actions it does not dictate your self-worth. It does not dictate how good enough you are. Whatever they do has nothing to do with you. Don't take it personally. Isabel, you all, do not take it personally, because it's like if other people get mad at you for living your day-to-day life. You're just doing whatever you're doing to be happy in this life, to feel loved in this life, to survive in this life. You're not doing anything typically based off other people. You're like, oh, he's not good enough. He's not good enough, so I'm gonna treat him accordingly. No, people are going to do what they're going to do. It has no dictation on who you are or what your worth is. You should never have the mentality of, if I was good enough, they would have never done that to me. Don't think that. We're gonna unlearn that, because that's not true. People are gonna do whatever they're gonna do regardless. Even if you're the most good enough person in the world, people are still gonna do whatever they're gonna do. It's not because you're not the prettiest. It's not because you're not good enough. It's not because you're not worthy enough. People are just gonna do whatever they do, and it has nothing to do with your self-worth. Say, if, trigger warning, if someone cheated on you, that has nothing to do with your worth. They chose to do that. They chose to do that. They chose to do that. It wasn't because you weren't good enough. It wasn't because you weren't pretty enough. Because girl, I bet you was the best looking thing out here. Looks do not matter. Nothing you can do can make others treat you better. People are going to do what they're going to do. We can't make others change. Okay, we're done being the Sakura to our Sasuke's. We're not gonna chase after something knowing damn well they don't want us. I can change him. Why can't he change for you? Why do we gotta do the changing, you know? So bringing that in, we are the only ones who can dictate our self-worth. And it hurts for me to say that, because I don't believe it. My inner child does not believe it. My unhealed parts of myself do not even believe that. But I'm trying to ingrain it in myself. I'm trying to ingrain it in you guys. I'm trying to ingrain it. Because I'm coming from you. I'm one of those content creators who I come at you with what I'm going through. And sometimes, yes, I do master some things. Sometimes I do come at you once I've learned something and how to overcome it. But right now, I'm in the middle of this. Like, we know that we dictate our own worth. We know this. We've been talking about this. But sometimes, in the state that I'm in right now, I just don't feel it. I don't feel good enough right now. But I'm not gonna allow myself to stay here, because I'm gonna ingrain it into myself. I know I'm good enough. But it's time I integrate my inner child, my shadow side, to feel the same, to feel it, to believe it. I'm the only one who thinks I'm not good enough. It's a belief thing. No one can dictate us being good enough. No one can be like, you're good enough. We dictated ourselves. But it's time we believe it. It's really time that we believe it. And like, me even saying our self-worth is not dictated by others, that triggers my inner child. My inner child's like, what do you mean? If I was good enough, I'd be treated better. If I was good enough, I'd be chosen. What do you mean? Like, my inner child's like, what do you mean? If you were good enough, you're good enough. And I'm like, my grown, more healed side of myself, being my dream self to my inner child's like, yo, no. My inner child's like, actually, yeah, like, our worth is dictated by others. So it's our dream selves versus our shadow selves. And the shadow selves are not an enemy. Our shadow sides show us the parts of ourselves that we just need to heal and work on and appreciate and shed light on and see in ourselves. Our shadow sides are just showing us what needs to be worked on and healed. They're not the enemy. So this whole the integration period where it's just like, upgrading, when you upgrade your phone, like it just takes whatever currently we have and then make it better. That's what we're trying to do right here. We're trying to integrate these new beliefs into an old belief system. So that's why that integration is like kind of hard to do. Me sitting here even trying to say this is like hard, but it's the truth. And of course, our feelings fluctuate. Emotions are temporary. They just fluctuate, right? In the current state that I'm in, I don't believe that I'm good enough. I don't believe that I'm enough, but the more powerful side of myself, the more healed side of myself, my dream self that I am becoming and that I am, believes that I am. So that's why she's taking us through this healing process. She's going to lead the way. because we're going to work on it. We're going to heal it. We're on the journey of healing it. Healing isn't linear. I really hate hearing that. We know. Where I am right now in the healing isn't linear process. I just need to hear this again. And maybe you need to hear it again. A reminder. It's simply a reminder. Reminding ourselves, hey, we're enough because we are. And that we decide to be. So thank you for listening to this little rant, little aggressive rant I occasionally do. So wait, it's time for some